it is February 5th, 2021. So I got a call from a lady. She got an oil-fired water heater. She says she's got no hot water and it's leaking. So it could be that it's just not firing up. She said something about it might be leaking out of the relief valve. So I'll go by there and see what's going on. Most likely, a lot of times you fire these things up and you get them hot, they won't leak, you know. But if it's an oil-fired water heater, I mean, that's one heavy beast. Not like a little gas water heater. I'm going to throw it back in my truck and go change it out. So I'm going to go over there and see what's going on with it. She needs hot water. At least get it fired up. Maybe do a burner cleaning on it, new nozzle, new filter type of thing.
Right on Tucker Road.
And maybe change the relief valve, see if the leak goes away. She might have a well there, I'm not sure. So if she got a well there, maybe she got a bad expansion tank. You got a well, you got a check valve, you got to put an expansion tank on there, right? Most of the stuff I work on is city water. It doesn't have a check valve for a well or
continue on Tucker Road.
Double check valve for a water meter around my area, so you don't need a tank. So the water will expand back into the water main, right? But if you got a well and you got a check valve, well, they need a tank. We'll try to get you some shots. I left Miss Molly home this morning. She didn't want to go to work. Playing catch me if you can. I leave her home. I ain't got time to try to chase this dog around the house. You don't want to go? Stay home. Pretty simple. No skin off my balls. Anyway, we'll try to get you some shots. Tridicator is going to be changed. You don't know what the pressure is. We got boiler temperature. It's not warming up. We have a circulator here. Don't seem warm. We'll have to see if we got any power there. Alright, so we should have power here on these two going to the circulator. Circulator's not hot, so that's zone 1. Alright, so we got power going to the circulator, but it's not running. We got a bad circulator here. That's what our problem is. We got a bad circulator. L1, L2. $120. The bad circulator. I can see the boiler relief leaking too. So we're going to drain it down. We're going to change the circulator. We're going to change that relief valve and check the expansion tank. Then we'll have to purge the zones, it looks like. Alright, I got the boiler off. We're going to shut the water feeder off. Drain the boiler down. Change that. Change that circulator. I know it's not working because I put my ear to it and couldn't hear it running. Power's going to it. Thing's broken right off. We're going to check that tank also. I want to see if there's any water in this thing. Might not be any water in it. The feeder's working. I'm going to change the relief valve, we know that for sure, right? So we'll change this out. I listened to it, it was definitely not working. She's definitely not working. I'll just change the motor out, that'll be fine. Maybe some water in that thing still. There is an O-ring here you gotta change. It's a good idea to change it. I took the other screws out. These are a couple of screws loose, Mama. You can put this any way you want, you know. You could change the whole housing if you want, but I don't need to. It makes it easier for me. I'm going to change the tridecator. I'm going to change the relief valve and check the expansion tank's probably bad too. Tridecator's broken, you can't see what the boiler pressure is, so that's gotta go for sure. Yellow to the blue. That's 110 coming in. And then the white's the neutral. Usually you could put your ear to this thing and you could hear it if it's running. And it wasn't hot or it wasn't running. It's kind of odd. Had power going down there, but nothing was working. Oh well. Took the little check valve out of the back there, see it? I'll save this little check valve in case I need it on another job. Maybe this tank's bad. Almost guaranteed the way it's shaking. Yeah, see, it's got no air in it. It's bad. I'm gonna change that tank too. We'll see if we can get this thing off of here. It's gonna be full of water. It's gonna be heavy. Gonna be one heavy one, Mr. Grinch. I'm just gonna get on there because it's gonna be flipping heavy. Oh, she's heavy one for sure. She's twice the woman I married. That's the best way to drain that. You can see the gauge is broken, so we're going to change it. Video to build what the pressure is. Expansion tank was bad, so that's why they're building pressure and blowing the relief. We had a multiple offender here, Mama. We had a multiple offender. We just changed the relief valve. We gotta purge the zones. She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. Well, the leaf valves have been leaking like that for a while. You better change it. Better to change it. Don't have any issues. Looks like someone's changed that recently. Alright, so I got the high vent back in. We'll fill the boiler. I'm going to purge it. I've got a purge station here. We got 1, 2, 3, and I got another one going there. First floor split loop. I got another one here. Another one here. And all the zone heads are going to get opened up so we could purge it. Big house. This here is going to be purged automatically because it's got a high vent on it. And take a little while to build pressure. This one here don't seem to have a shut off on it though. I don't know why. This one has got a purge valve up here. I don't know what that noise was. We'll do one at a time here. On this one. Over this one. Another one that's leaking. That one don't seem to have a ball valve on it though, I don't know why. And we got another purge station here, it looks like. I can try this first and maybe we get some out of it. Split loop. Got a split loop here. I'm doing this one first, and then we'll open that, shut that one, and open that one. Giving it a good purge. I got the thing up, so I got to make sure that I keep it running. Don't shut any ball valves off until I open another one, right? Open that one and shut this one off. And then open that, I'll open up all these valves now. And that one there I did last. This one and this one. That must be the split loop. And then I reinstate all the heads. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6 for the water tank. I should be able to turn it on. Alright, so I put a new circulator, new expansion tank, new relief valve. The relief valve was leaking because the tank was bad. Now we can read the pressure because I put a new gauge. New expansion tank, new relief valve, new tridecator, purge zones, new 007 circulator. Last time I was here was 2012, 9 years ago. I replaced a 911S and purge zones. I must have changed that. And before that, 08. No, new nozzle tank filter. 08. I think that might be the original tank. I left all the parts there for the homeowner. She's starting to come back nice and warm now. So she called me because she had no hot water. She's gonna have hot water now. But the circulator let loose, and then she noticed that there was water on the boiler. We noticed that the relief valve was leaking. Then we checked, the tank was bad. I got everything reinstated. I just gotta get her a slip. Yeehaw.